The Mega Evolution Queen is back. Yo, what's up everyone? Treyman1 here, and after legitimate months of waiting, we finally got to the episode we've been waiting for. Ash versus Korrina, Korrina's grand return. And I gotta say, this was an amazing episode. Oh my goodness, I have so much to discuss about for this episode. First off, I gotta say, yes, I was wrong about the results, but we'll get to that a little later. But let's go ahead and get right into this. For starters, I gotta say, I really liked how they showed off Lumio City, but didn't really mention it. Basically, it's a kind of foreshadow of what's to come, because Lumio City, we will go to Lumio City sometime in the series. It's in the poster. We see the Greninja. Like, I'm pretty sure we'll see Clemont in the future, but I like how they're kind of easing us back into the continuity with Korrina, who is a really major character in Ash's story, mind you. But I just loved, we went straight to Shalor City, to this amazing arena, mind you, that has 4 different battle arenas and 4 different terrains. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that we got to see terrains in Kalos, especially with the Kalos League. The Kalos League did their thing with the terrain, so I like how when we come back to Kalos, Kalos has terrain battles. I feel like they're trying to make terrain's Kalos thing, kind of like how Unova had the tournaments. Terrains will be Kalos' thing. I'm not sure, maybe something related to Z-moves with Alola, but I think that's really cool that they're distinguishing these regions. Go sets out to catch Pokemon, and Ash ends up doing some battles, and he ends up battling a trainer with a Clawlitzer with Pikachu on the grass battlefield, which you can take it as a direct reference to Sawyer, because Ash battled Sawyer with Pikachu on the grass battlefield, which was pretty nice. And as for the trainer that battled, they kind of did a lot more emphasis on him than the other trainers in the World Championship, where he was like, Ash, I remember that name. And we even see him again watching Ash versus Korrina. Speaking of Korrina, the minute that they showed her watching Ash's fight, I was like, oh my goodness, here we go. I got extremely punched watching it with my buddies, and yeah, it was just amazing. And we finally get to see Ash's rank once again. The last time we didn't get to see it when he beat the Tauros trainer, but I'm glad that they finally showed him off here. 1022, and one more battle until basically he's in the Great Ball League. And for the first time in the series, we finally get to see all of Ash's Pokemon together. Like, they haven't interacted with each other not once before this episode, which I'm loving. Like, getting to see Gengar, Dragonite, Riolu, even though they didn't really do too much together, like, still seeing them together was pretty nice. And what was really interesting about this tournament is you get to pick who you want to battle too, which was pretty cool. And also Riolu. Riolu sent some aura, and it was none other than Korrina's Lucario. I like that they're keeping up this aura thing with Ash's Riolu. Like, I'm really interested to see what Ash's Riolu will become. As in, will it get its own Mega, or will it get something new? But we get the return of Korrina's Lucario, and I love how instantly Pikachu realizes this, and Ash is like, wait a minute, you aren't. And she finally gets reintroduced to Ash, and we get to see the photo. I'm just joking, guys. I'm so sorry, but no, we don't get to see the photo. We don't get to see any of the X and Y, basically, characters, but I'm okay with this. Like, I love that Korrina came back and knew Ash, and they just, they hit it off so well. She checked up on Pikachu. She battled with Pikachu before in the Korrina arc. They didn't really have to mention the other characters because some time has passed. Like, Korrina literally says it's been so long. So I understand, why they didn't show off Serena, Clement, and Bonnie here, because why show them off in just a picture when you can build up to a grand return where they physically appear? She also introduces herself to Ash's Pokemon and mentions that they actually battled before. And it's funny enough to say, because Ash is like, oh yeah, I won last time we battled. And I just love the basically bond that these two still have. Even after so long, they show Ash and Korrina still get along very well. Like, she's like, oh, that's what you want to mention. And it's crazy because Ash didn't mention that he lost 2 times before he finally won. But hey, I mean, it's still cool to see some continuity. And while this is all happening, Go actually ends up meeting Korrina's grandfather. And it's interesting because Go's like, oh, I'm here from Kanto trying to catch some Kalos Pokemon. And instantly he's like, Kanto. Last time I heard of Kanto was from this kid named Ash who was good friends with Korrina. And Go's like, wait a minute, Ash? He's like, yeah, with a Pikachu? And it's just so funny. Because normally, like, anytime people that Ash know meet each other, they never mention his name. They're just like, oh, I knew this trainer once. And it's like, you're talking about Ash. Say the name. So I'm glad that they finally got over that and actually realized who they were talking about. But then we got into the big Ash versus Korrina fight, and I actually liked how Riolu throughout this entire episode was just admiring Lucario. I really wanted Korrina to win this. Even before we got to the actual episode, I've been saying, like, I think this would be a good time for Korrina to finally, like, you know, just Korrina to win, because even after this episode, they're making it seem like Korrina is going to be a main rival to Ash. She literally states that she's into the World Championship because she wants to dethrone Leon. That's the same goal that Ash has. So Korrina will be appearing multiple times in the series. Like, this basically just confirmed everything about that, which I'm thinking is pretty cool. I wonder who else is going to return that wants to dethrone Leon. And it's crazy. She's literally at 1001. She's actually higher than Ash right now in the World Championship, which is pretty funny to me how, you know, she's 1 point away from being in the next class. But yeah, the two decide to have another battle, and Pikachu isn't in this fight, and I'm actually glad for that. Like, if Pikachu was in this fight, it would have been kind of obvious that Ash was going to win. But I like that he said, all right, Pikachu, you set out for this one. And he's letting his Dragonite and Gengar finally get some time to shine. But I kind of do wish they lost. But I'll get into that a little later. For one, her Meanfu actually evolved, and it's very powerful. I like the strategy that she went with. She went for quick acrobatics, then another U-turn, and then basically it returned without taking any damage. I was like, whoa. I actually thought that Lucario was going to sweep Ash's team, like this Pokemon wasn't going to come back out, but I was wrong. Also, I don't remember the last time we seen U-turn, or if we seen U-turn in the anime. I just think that was pretty cool that they're showing off like moves like that in the anime as well. Like, that was pretty interesting strategy in my opinion. Unfortunately, Gengar doesn't do any damage this entire fight and gets destroyed by Korrina's Lucario. And, you know, I kind of like this because essentially Korrina, yes, she's a fighting type trainer, but she's prepared for ghost type. And they showed that right here, and I really do like that. And even Riolu gets to see his role model doing so amazing. Like, they hyped up Riolu and Lucario so much that if Korrina doesn't return, it's like, what was the point of doing all this? But yeah, everyone, Dragonite then comes out ready for action. We get to see its first real battle, because the Golurk was kind of like a raid to see who could catch it. But he's all out trying to destroy these Pokemon. And I gotta say, Dragonite did well. Korrina's Meanfu did do a lot of damage to Dragonite in this fight as well, though, which had me kind of nervous. And I actually like that Ash used Dragon Dance in this battle. He has Dragonite take some hits to use Dragon Dance. This is something that he learned from watching Lance's fight, which I thought was pretty cool. Like, I'm liking how Ash is watching these World Championship battles and learning from them. I wonder what Rayhan would teach him about. Maybe something related to double battles, but we'll have to wait and see. And yes, even though Dragonite does take a lot of damage in this fight, that Dragon Dance does do a lot of good things to it, and it ends up destroying Meanfu. Also, one thing I want to mention is that in the beginning, before this fight happened, Korrina was like, yo, Riolu, be cheering for us, man. You know, we're about to show you something really cool. And that's just like, yo, Riolu's going to be cheering for us. It's my Pokemon. And the cool thing that Korrina wanted to show Riolu was Mega Evolution. We get to hear Miyazaki's music once again. And I was completely blown away by this because I did not expect this at all. I know he's not working on the music anymore, but seeing that they can still use his music has me so excited to see themes like the Totem theme, X and Y's Trainer Battle theme, the Unova League theme. I'm super pumped now. And the Mega Evolution scene was quite amazing. Yes, they did reuse the one from X and Y, but you can tell like it was kind of upgraded a bit. The lighting was different. It was better. It was a lot more cleaner. Lucario's eyes were freaking red during the Mega Evolution. It was amazing. And Ash was pumped for this. Even Riolu's first reaction to this has me thinking that Ash will get Mega Lucario in the series because Riolu looks so amazed witnessing Mega Evolution for the first time. And I gotta say, they went crazy with the animation in this Dragonite versus Mega Lucario fight. Right off the back, we have another Dragon Dance. Lucario's going for Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere looks so amazing in this series. We haven't seen it for real since X and Y, I believe, and it looks like it got upgraded a lot. We also end up learning that Dragonite's final move is Hyper Beam, which is crazy. We haven't seen Ash use Hyper Beam since, I think, the Horn series. But Hyper Beam can't even block Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere ends up landing, followed up by a lot of power-up punches. So, yes, Dragonite did get an increase, but all these power-up punches increased Lucario's attack as well, which was like, I actually really thought Dragonite was going to lose this fight because Korrina was going ham. Like, Korrina landed so many hits on Dragonite. And it just felt like this was in Korrina's favor. Like, I feel like Korrina really should have won this. Ash does come up with some nice strategies, though, having Hurricane used. And note, even though Lucario is a fighting type, it's part steel, so Hurricane was not super effective against it. It was just neutral damage. And I just love how nervous Ash was during the fight. Like, he's like, man, how are we going to defeat this thing? It really felt like Ash was going to lose because he was put in a lot of corners. Even when he thought of an idea with Hurricane, Lucario just used Aura Sphere and just completely destroyed it. Also, can I just say, this poor kid just flew away in the freaking wind. Like, I remember my buddy Gogglemaster was saying, oh man, the kid got hit by Aura Sphere. It was a nice, hilarious scene. But with both of their attacks increased by a whole bunch, they both go for one more Dragon Claw and Power Up Punch. And I actually thought they were going to tie, which if they tied, that would have been mind-blowing. Because it's like, what happens? Do none of them rank up? And it does still seem like Dragonite took a lot more damage in this fight than Lucario did. Because Lucario only got hit by Hurricane just before that. And this one Dragon Claw. So I felt like Lucario should have been standing. And it was Mega Evolution too. And it's crazy. Because normally I'm cheering for Ash. Ash is, that's our boy. He's the main character. But this time around, I was actually hoping Ash lost. And I was actually kind of sad seeing Lucario faint. And hold on. Before you all go in the comments, just let me explain. I feel like Lucario should have beat Dragonite here so that Riolu could become more inspired, want to evolve into this thing, get Mega Evolution. Like, yeah, Riolu was still inspired at the end of the day. They literally showed Korrina like, well, sadly, we weren't as cool as we wanted to be for you, but Riolu's still happy as all. But if Ash actually lost here, for one, Ash is growing in the ranks kind of fast. He's already at 921. And we're only at 25 episodes in and he's in the freaking next class. Like, and if you count, Ash only had 5 battles in the normal class too. So if it just takes 5 wins to rank up, then yeah, that's going to be kind of quick. Like, Ash is going to fight Leon probably within the next year. Like, I thought that they were going to build this up to the 3rd year where he finally fights Leon. But no, that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. Even though I was slightly disappointed, I'm still glad that Ash won because he did deserve this win. Now, I mean, kind of too, because Dragonite is a new Pokemon. Like, I know a lot of y'all been saying, well, Ash is a champion, so he should win. But the thing is, he's not using any of his champion Pokemon. Like, Gengar and Dragonite were new. As we know, Korrina had Lucario since it was a Riolu and since she was young and raised it all the way up. And in their first gym battle, she was new to Mega Evolution. But here, this is Korrina months later, finally fully mastered Mega Evolution. And she showed to be a powerful trainer and deserves. I feel like, I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about this fight. Because me, personally, I think Ash should have lost this fight. That's just what I say personally. And they do hype up that Ash and Korrina are going to fight again, too. In the end of the episode, Gherkin actually congratulates Ash and was like, well, Korrina, what's next? Korrina's like, we're not done yet, right, Lucario? And Lucario's just like, yeah. Which means Korrina's more than likely going to come back. For one, she's inspiring Ash's Lucario, or his Riolu, to become a Lucario. And two, she has the same goal of wanting to defeat Leon. I can see something interesting where maybe Korrina is a rival to Bia if she's in the World Championship. They're both fighting type trainers. Mega Evolution versus Gigantamax. There's so much potential they could do with Korrina in this series, and I just feel like if Ash won here, if Korrina won here, then it would have been good for a rematch in the future. Now, here's another possibility. Ash won here. Korrina could win their second match, which would like throw Ash completely off. Maybe he will use his Lucario in that battle. And then maybe they have one more fight to see who goes into the Ultra Ball class. And that's where Ash finally wins again with his own Mega Lucario. But with that being said, I got to say this battle was amazing. It's one of my favorite battles in the series. The battles in the series have been pretty good. I got to say this battle was definitely better than Ash versus Pisces or Biscuits. I'm not sure what the name is. Lieutenant Surge's replacement. Mostly due to the fact that that battle was amazing, but it was Pikachu. So it was kind of obvious who was going to win. This time around, we really didn't know. And I got to say, they did a good job, like, showing off Dragonite and Gengar's strength. Showing that Ash does have to rely on Pikachu, because Pikachu is the Alola champion. Like, of course Pikachu's going to win. So I got to say, this is one of my favorite battles in the series, definitely. And I'm really excited to see Korrina's next appearance, how she will help Lucario or Ash's Riolu some way, shape, or form. And if Ash may get a Mega Evolution in the future. But in the comments down below, please let me know what you all thought of this episode. I know I rambled on quite a bit, but I got to say, this was an amazing episode. Like, I really like this episode a lot, not only because of, the battle, but Korrina returning back to Kalos. Technically Kalos is the region I started doing YouTube on with the anime reviews. So yeah, this arc and just Korrina in general, these characters, they held a special place to me, along with Alola and this series as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below what you all thought of this episode. I'd love to hear. Trayman1, peace out.